Okay, here we are live again. I really thought I was going to play some music for us, but I guess I got that all wrong. Welcome, everyone. So, I'm Allegra Jackson. Of course, some of you know me as the marketing medulla. Some of you know me as the founder of Win. And I have a beautiful guest today, Miss Sherry, who is going to be sharing her brand with us. I do want you guys to tune in because this is a special live stream. It gives us an opportunity to get to know the woman behind the brand. Y'all know how I love that so much. And I've just been blessed to meet Sherry. I can say I met Sherry at a mentorship event. We shout out to Emory University for just doing that thing that they do, supporting entrepreneurs. And Sherry just, came to me with this wonderful, wonderful energy, attitude. And when I saw her brand and I saw her business, guys, I was like, man, like it's just beautiful to see what people do in their time of creating what they love. And so I want you guys to experience it with us. So we're going to spotlight her today. Sherry, if you don't mind, let everybody know who you are, what you do, and we'll just start there. And then we're going to ask you some more questions throughout this time that we have with you.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Allegra. I'm excited to be here. And it was when I met you, as I reached out to you after that event because I really loved your energy and I knew that you were very knowledgeable. And I said, that's the kind of person I need in my life with what I'm doing because I'm great with the creation side, but the how to get the word out about what I've created. There's this saying, build it and they'll come. That's not necessarily true. You can build it, but nobody will know about it. And that's so I appreciate what you do. And I'm really grateful to be here today. So as you indicated, I am the business owner of House of Lux Gifts. And that is a business that is truly at my heart because I am a giver. I love to give. I love the joy of giving. I love giving, creating, curating, you name it. I love all that stuff. And making people smile, especially with a surprise gift, is just one of my great joys. And so I'll just tell you a little bit about how this business came about. I am a college professor and I was asked to take on an interim position as a director. And so I took that on. And this is a couple of years ago. It's very different than what I was doing. As it was leading a department of 5 different people, dealing with all sorts of questions throughout the university, problem solving all day long, just very, very intense work. And although I enjoyed it, it was different than what I had been doing. And when I'd come home at the end of every day, my mind would just still be spinning. I'm still problem solving in my head. I'm still thinking about the emails that I didn't get to yet today and all of that. So I wasn't able to really get into my I'm off work stage. And so I needed to find something, whereas previously when I'd be teaching, I come home, I can relax, I'm in that happy space, but I couldn't get there. And so I just needed something to focus on to kind of interfere with all of the noise that was still in my head. And so I really started working on just creating. And I found that I was able to really just get my stress levels down and just get myself in a happy place and create some really, really, really fascinating things that were really fun. And it was just what I called my zone of genius what I was able to get into as I got into that zone of creating. And so that's where it all started. And then I'm creating so many things, like, what am I going to do with all these things I created? So I started a business. And that is what gave birth to the House of Lux. And now it's a cornucopia of all sorts of different gifts that I'm inspired by. I really love taking something that's regular and typical and giving it what I call the Lux factor, elevating it. And so that's what I do.
That is so cool. I mean, I'm very impressed. Number one, I love how you use that space to not only make money for yourself, like everybody's like, I want to make some money. We know that, but it wasn't like that stress that normally making money puts on you. And I love how you, I know you're a professor and I know that's something that you do, but you really it sounds like you have a really big heart for people. One thing I did want to say too is that you highlighted some things on your website that I think really focuses a lot around certain group types. My mom's a Delta, and shout out to the Deltas, okay? I really wanted to see, you know, how she really felt about these brands out there. Because a lot of times, Deltas and AKAs, like they're looking for brands that represent them. And you're one of those brands. So shout out to all the sororities and fraternities. Y'all need to pull up, okay? Make sure you go to House of Lux Gifts. And you said something to me that I was like, man, like that's so beautiful. You like to gift people. And you talked to me about like what my mom would like, right? You were saying we were on a call, okay? And just shout out to y'all that are listening here on the replay. We were on a call and you were like, yeah, like I just want to see like what would your mom like? And the way that you talked about customizing the tote bag, the way that you talked about like how she would like different things, would she like that keychain that hangs with elephant with the, because Deltas are specific, they need that trunk to be up. I thought it was so intentional. So can you talk a little bit about like what that is for you when you were creating for, these particular types of organizations?
Absolutely. And that's one of the most fun things because I can really get in and customize it. I say, nobody wants to give the gift where somebody thinks, oh, it's not the gift, but the thought that counts, right? We want to give the gift where they're thinking the thought is, I really like this gift. This is really exciting. I've never seen anything like this. I love that, right? So that's what I'm striving for. And so since I am a member of the D9, that definitely is close to my heart, is representing all of the colors that all of the D9 sisters and brothers love to wear, to proudly display their affiliation. And so that's one thing. I don't do the name. I don't do Delta in terms of being licensed or AKA in terms of being licensed. I just do the colors. And so I allow people to really see creative things with the colors. And so I'll talk a little bit. Can I show what you and I talked about?
Okay. Oh yeah, let's show them.
We talked about this tote bag set here.
Oh, there it is.
And there's the tote bag for your mom. And so it's of course the Delta colors. But what we're going to do is add a bag charm to it. And so we're looking at a number of different ones, one of which I dropped. And some of the bag charms, like this is one of them. You can't see it as well. It's got I'm at the camera. Okay, it's got elephant on it here. So we'll look and see whether she's more like, whether she liked the white and the crimson. I was really particular about staying with the crimson colors and some red. This is like a lamp work bead, which I love to work with these kinds of beads. I really try to get elevated material. So this is like a handmade bead where they take the molten glass and hand mold it around a rod so that it becomes a bead. So those are some options we're looking at. We also are thinking about adding a personalization to it. So I can take one of these rods here and personalize it a year that's particular to her, or maybe if she wants to do a line number, I can do that. Or I can do either one, or I can also do a personalized name as well. So we talked about what we're going to do. Are we going to do that as a bag charm to attach to this? We can do a bag charm and give her a keychains. I love elevated keychains. I have keychains that I call them, they have names. They're so special that I give them names. Like this one, I just posted her, she's Raven.
We gotta talk about the keychains because I know that was one of your highlights. You were saying that you were actually, was it coached to like really make sure that people are aware that this is something that is a highlight of your brand? Tell us about that. Like that's interesting.
Sure. So I was working in a seminar, and they indicated take your item that's the most popular and create like 100 versions of it. And so that's what I've been doing. Is the keychains have been very, very popular, and so I'm really just diving into the keychains now. And so I have created like 100 different colors, combinations, and styles of keychains. And so this is for the blue and the white. This is just a variation of blue and I've got color combinations for the various sororities, and also just general colors. Like these are some of my pink and green. I'm an AK, so I really love that. But these are all different. The cool thing I think about my brand is that this is not mass produced. This is all very one of a kind, and the goal of every product and when designing every product is some kind of a wow factor. It's not ready unless it really excites me. And so I'll be working with something and I'm like, that's nice. And if it looks just nice, it's not done yet. So there's a lot of variation. And so a lot of times with the sorority and fraternity items, there's a lot of generic kind of combinations that you see. And, we all like to have that all eyes on me thing when we have something and it's new, we're excited about it. We're like, yeah, pull your keychain out and, dangle it unnecessarily just so everybody can see it. Well, this is the kind of thing where this is individuality. Anyone who wants to have something where they're the only one that has it, they need to come and visit me because that's what I do.
It's so unique. It's like and I love that because that's anything that's handmade, anything handcrafted. It's so, I think, honestly, let me just be very real because in my communities and in my, my companies, we are very, very authentic. And I think it's just so true that we have kind of lost the art of truly valuing, some of the handcrafted, hand arts, we see it a lot. Especially when AI is involved, right? Let's just be real. So I love this because for the true person that I like, when I think high sensory, people who are creative, people who, they dig in different ways. I think that it speaks volumes to be able to still have that connection to real pieces, right?
Exactly.
That's what and it also gives me this vibe of beach. Like, I think it's probably because I saw it on the website because you did feature some of
Serena.
Yeah.
Yes. She's very, very, very island beachy inspired. That's what inspired me for this one. And it took a while for me to get that. Ooh, I really, really like that. And so there you go.
Okay. So we talked about, before we start toning down, we talked about the professor part of who you are, because you definitely are educated.
Yes, that's the love of my life. I have my dream job. I love, love, love what I do.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, everybody don't get that.
Yeah. That's a real blessing. But I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, I was just saying, like, I think that's beautiful because a lot of people are struggling with their jobs, trying to, start the business just to get away from the job. But I love how, you're leveraging both in a way where you can do what you love, actually feel through that process. So guys, make sure that, and we'll put those links in the chat too. Even after this, we have it where you can DM House of Lux Gifts for your discount code. Sherry has been so amazing in showing us all the things that she offers. And she offered us a discount. So if you're watching this live, you actually get to get a discount off of the amazing things. And I saw the website. I think, the only question I have, because I saw that and because I hear your story, is, did you used to be an artist? Did I miss that part anywhere? Like, were you ever like where did all this creativity come from? Where did all this, it's just, you make really beautiful things.
Thank you. I can't, all I can say is I spend a lot of time in all of my career doing a lot of left brain work. And so I guess maybe this is built up because I used to practice law as well. And so this is a lot of that built up, right brain is just kind of chilling over there while I'm really in pretty intense left brain activity and analyzing and arguing and advocating, all of those things. So now I guess I'm really discovering it. I'm discovering it. And this is really, it's a great balance for me because, in my full-time job, I'm able to work in that space and use one side of my, abilities And then kind of at home on the weekends, I'm able to use another side, the right side. And so it just creates a really nice balance for me. So I really
I
enjoy it.
think that's beautifully said, and I think sometimes we don't think about it like that because
Mhm.
there's so much complexity to us as human beings, and our minds. So, thank you, Sherry.
Thank you so
We're definitely going to get people an opportunity to get to know you even more. So, like we said, guys, make sure that number one, Sherry tells you follow her. Okay, DM her. Make sure that you also ask about her packages. I know we talked about some sororities and fraternities, but I saw you had some family
Oh,
things that you did.
if I can
Even
just say
go
one
ahead.
thing about the family things, because this is something I'm super excited about. How much time do I have? Because I really just want to talk about this one thing. It's really
Oh
important.
no, we have a little bit of time. You can talk. We have until 3:15.
Okay, so let me tell you something that I'm really excited about, as if I'm not excited about everything else. I, like I said, love creating gifts, right? But this is a gift, these are gift sets for kids that I love because it allows them to get inspiration from reading. And so they're called Step Into the Story gift sets. And so what the child does is they have a book at their reading level. They read that book and then there's stars on various pages. And so when they get to the star on this particular page, there'll be a gift that coincides with it. And so I'm really working on being really creative. This is my new design. I really, it's upside down, but I'm really working on even making the packaging very exciting on the gift display here.
Wait, is that only for kids? Can adults get that too?
Right now, it's just for kids, and but I could, I might need to work on some adults because it's super fun, and the gift coincides. So this will be, maybe it's talking about whatever it's talking about. There'll be a gift related to it. So like I have one that's kind of for teens, young teens, and they talk about some. I wrote in my notebook, and I have a really beautiful notebook with a really pretty pen that they open at that particular page. So it's really, really fun. And usually the culminating gift at the end is the nicest of them all. And so for this one, maybe I'll have like a really pretty bracelet. In this one, I'll have a pretty bracelet like this that they get at the end. But it makes reading super fun because it's more of an adventure. That's how you step into the story. And my motivation for this is I saw how much reading did to advance my children. When they were in the third grade, I have twins, and that summer of their third grade, they just read. We happened to find a book series that they really liked, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And so they just read all these books of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And when they came back that next year into their fourth grade, the teacher, after they took their MAP scores, reached out to me to ask me what they did because both of their MAP scores went like up. They went from average to like up 25 points, which is really difficult. And it was just reading. It was like I did no special anything. I didn't get a tutor or anything like that. They just read all stuff. So I love reading and what it does for the mind. And reading is exercise. Reading is to the mind like exercise is to the body. So this is a great way to kind of like get that reading in and compete with the other distractions that we have with, screen time and that. So I love these gifts. I have them for boys and girls. So Christmas is coming up. Reach out to me for a Step Into the Story gift as well.
No, I have to say that's pretty big. I'm glad you interrupted and made sure that was that we shined a light on that because my niece is, God, I want to say 4, but she's 5 now. Ugh,
Oh, girl.
so fast.
This is going to be the one then. I'm going to definitely, we have to cover her with this one right there for you.
Yeah, I
This
gotta
is
get
going
that
to be
for her.
a proper level. The words are for like new readers. So I got you covered on your niece.
Yeah, I got it. And you know what? I seriously want you guys to make sure, like, seriously, go grab your gifts for the holidays. I remember someone told me years ago, it was a wise, I say the wise old lady. But, now that I'm older, I'm like, she wasn't that old. I'm in my 40s now. I'm like, oh, I ain't that old. To someone I am, but that was very interesting. But it's just when it comes down to, I guess like our youth, right? And when it comes down to our kids, we have to really educate them and make it fun.
Mhm.
I think like we have lost the art of education, because when I was a young kid, I was always in the library. I was a nerd. It became very natural for me. So I think reading can be fun for me, but when you grow up in the world, you find out that it's not fun for everyone.
Mhm.
So we have to start the kids out where they have ability to have fun. And also it reminds me that we cannot lose our inner child.
Absolutely.
So work on that, girl, because I need that book. I need you to make me a copy so I can one too.
I know that. Well, I might need to move into the adult space on that as well. So that might be where I go to. I love getting these kids into reading because it just prepares them. Being on the side of education where I'm teaching students coming out of high school, I want them reading as soon as they can. And, I could talk a whole another interview
We'll
about
talk
that.
about that, a whole nother time. I think right now it's just we're going to go to final words, but I also want to say if you guys have schools and organizations, nonprofits that have kids that really need to develop their mental, through reading and things like that, Sherry has the key. All right, so pull up on her, follow her, and make sure you DM her. Any words of wisdom that you would like us to walk away with? You have so much to offer, but any one thing that you'd like to give us.
Oh wow, that's a hard one and to capture everything in once. I would just say follow your passions. It's this me getting to this space in my life is nothing was really orchestrated. It was just following what I really enjoyed doing and not doing things for the money. Doing them because of pursuing excellence because you can do because that's who you are, because you are someone who aspires to excellence, and the money just comes naturally. So that will be that's my prayer for my children, and that will be my words of advice to anyone pursuing anything, trying to find their purpose, trying to find what they're going to do in life, all those things. I have no idea early, and don't be pressured to figure it out. That was a bad decision. I was wanting to be an engineer till I got to calculus 3. This is too hard. Can't do this. I'll be a lawyer. So that's what I would say.
I love it so much. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. I definitely felt that in my heart of hearts. And I appreciate you for being here on this live stream. Guys, if you come through for the replay, of course, we want you to make sure you follow Sherry. We're doing a spotlight because we know that House of Lux Gives has so much to offer. Holiday season is around the corner, and we don't want you to miss out on stocking up for holiday gifts, okay? We talk about those wise old sayings. Another one is making sure that you buy early because you don't want to be shopping late and stressed out. All
Exactly.
right.
And I do custom gifts if something's not there that someone wants, because I'm still loading things. I have a lot of things that are still being loaded. Just DM me on that and we can talk about that. I love doing customs.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Sherry. We will see you next time.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye, everybody.